Good evening, everyone. We'll be with you in about 3 or 4 minutes to start our quiz this evening. So please make sure you have pen, paper or pencil and paper available and you're sitting comfortably. So now's the time to get yourself a glass of wine or a cup of tea or coffee and get yourself sitting comfortably, ready for the quiz to start in 3 to 4 minutes. Good evening. Here we are yet again in a cold and wet and windy Wyke. Well, it's not windy, but it's been cold and wet today, hasn't it? First day that we've had a wedding in the parish this year, and it's wet. Never mind, it was a nice wedding. Thank you all for joining us this evening. There's still people connecting, so we'll give them a couple of minutes before we make a start. Now I have a request for you because I think I've forgotten something. I am absolutely positive that over the last 8 days that 2 people have sent me potential rounds for the quiz. I have one of them from Meredy, which I'm going to use tonight, but I've absolutely convinced myself that a second person has also sent me a quiz round, but can I find it? So if you have, just pop me a message or an email just reminding me that you've sent me a quiz round, and I will find your email and bring it out for next week. So I might be wrong, I might be getting confused because we had a round last week, I think, didn't we, from somebody? But I have Meredy's round, which I'm going to use tonight. And if there is another round that somebody thinks they've sent in and I haven't used, if you can let me know, I will backtrack through my emails. I do tend to get hundreds and hundreds of emails, so I will have a look back. Michael said you sent me one ages ago. Right, Michael, I will have a look back. There's particularly one I've had in the last 7 or 8 days, since last Saturday. It may have actually arrived on last Saturday. I have a sneaky suspicion, but it was too late to use on Saturday evening. But it's certainly, if somebody sent me something from Saturday last week up until a couple of days ago, if they could let me know, that's great. But I will put Michael on my list to look back and find yours, Michael, as well. Michael Gill. But if anybody else has sent me one, do let me know. So I might be imagining it. But I'll find Michael's out, and we can use that as well. So how are we doing? Well, we've got a few more connected. We'll give them a couple of minutes. So we've got 2 regular rounds from the quiz book tonight, and 1 special round from, I think it was a friend of Meredith's who's actually done it, but we're going to use the round that Meredith has sent me. It's a little bit different. It's always good to have something a little bit different. Hopefully you all had a chance to watch our news programme live at 6 PM this evening. If you haven't, do take the chance sometime over the weekend to find it out on Facebook or YouTube and have a watch. We had an interesting programme tonight with a few different things in it. And of course, if you've got any ideas for anything to put in the news programme, do let us know. It is your programme. It's done for you. It's not done for me. It's done to keep information out there and interest for everybody in the Parish of Wyke Regis. So do shout and let us know if there's anything else you want in it, or if you'd like to feature in it. If you've got an interesting hobby or story to tell on anything you've done recently, or anything you want to do, or an event you're running, just get in touch and we'll be happy to use it in our parish news programme. Okay, it's almost 25 to, so I'm going to start with our first round this evening, and as usual I'll read them out twice now as we go through, and then I'll do a scoot through for a third time afterwards, just for people to catch up, particularly if anybody's joining us a bit late or misses things because they've had a blip on the internet or something. Our first round tonight is movie superstars. Movie superstars. That's our first round tonight. So what do you like on your movie superstars? So 30 questions, usual routine on movie superstars. And our first question tonight: who played the head of the Corleone family in The Godfather? Who played the head of the Corleone family in The Godfather? That was number 1 tonight. Number 2, which Welsh actor starred opposite Deborah Winger in Shadowlands? Which Welsh actor starred opposite Deborah Winger in Shadowlands? I wonder how you are on your movies. Are you all movie experts? Maybe you've become movie experts recently during the lockdown when you've had nothing else to do and you've been on Sky Movies or Netflix or one of the other services that you can get movies on, and you've been watching lots of movies, so maybe those movies will pop up tonight for you. Number 3, who played Han Solo in 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens? Who played Han Solo in 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens? Number 4, which Jack starred with Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment? Which Jack starred with Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment? Number 5, which British actress has starred in Titanic, Enigma and Finding Neverland? Which British actress has starred in Titanic, Enigma, and Finding Neverland? Number 6. Which British Michael won an Oscar for Hannah and Her Sisters? Which British Michael won an Oscar for Hannah and Her Sisters? Number 7. Which Jax films vary from Some Like It Hot to The Odd Couple? Which Jax films vary from Some Like It Hot to The Odd Couple? Number 8. Which Mrs. Bruce Willis starred in Ghost? There's obviously lots of Mrs. Bruce Willises. Which Mrs. Bruce Willis starred in Ghost? Number 9. Which Catherine has received a record 12 Oscar nominations? Which Catherine has received a record 12 Oscar nominations? Number 10. Who starred in and wrote the song Evergreen for A Star Is Born? Number 10. Who starred in and wrote the song Evergreen for A Star Is Born? Number 11. Which Warren starred in Dick Tracy and Bugsy Malone? Which Warren starred in Dick Tracy and Bugsy Malone? Number 12. Which Paul was in The Sting and The Colour of Money? Which Paul was in The Sting and The Colour of Money? Number 13. Although born in the US, where was Mel Gibson brought up? Although born in the US, where was Mel Gibson brought up? Number 14. Who won Oscars for Philadelphia in 1993 and Forrest Gump in 94? Who won Oscars for Philadelphia in 93 and Forrest Gump in 94? I should just see Malcolm McDonald is online tonight. I don't know if Diana's with him, hopefully. Just to say, if you didn't catch the news tonight, Malcolm, we did wish Diana a happy belated birthday, further to your message last weekend. So just to let you know, a happy belated birthday to Diana for last weekend. Number 15. Who was the female Kramer in Kramer versus Kramer? Who was the female Kramer in Kramer versus Kramer? Number 16. In which decade did Sylvester Stallone first play Rambo? In which decade did Sylvester Stallone first play Rambo? Number 17. In which country was Sean Connery born in? In which country was Sean Connery born in? Number 18. Which Al won the Oscar for his role in Scent of a Woman? Which Al won an Oscar for his role in Scent of a Woman? Number 19. Who was in Rain Man and was one of 4 good men? Who was in Rain Man and was one of 4 good men? Number 20. What colour is the title of Whoopi Goldberg's first major film? What colour is in the title of Whoopi Goldberg's first major film? Number 21. Which Nick starred in The Prince of Tides? Which Nick starred in The Prince of Tides? Number 22. Which Julia won an Oscar for her portrayal of Erin Brockovich? Which Julia won an Oscar for her portrayal of Erin Brockovich? Number 23. Who starred in Every Which Way But Loose and The Outlaw Josie Wales? Who starred in Every Which Way But Loose and The Outlaw Josie Wales? Number 24. Which superstar played the title role in Hook? Which superstar played the title role in Hook? Now I can see the numbers have shot up a bit. Don't worry if you've just joined us. We are reading through the questions of the first round. I will read them through again quickly when I get to the end of this round. So if you have come in late and missed the questions, don't worry. I will read all the first round questions out again quickly in a few minutes when we get to question number 30. Number 25. Who married her 7th husband in Michael Jackson's garden? Who married her 7th husband in Michael Jackson's garden? Number 26. Which Kevin played the president in JFK? Which Kevin played the president in JFK? Number 27. Mike Myers is the voice of which green ogre? There aren't too many green ogres, I don't expect. I can think of one. Which Mike Myers is the voice of which green ogre? That was 27. Number 28. Who was in Bugsy Malone and Taxi Driver as a child and went on to The Accused? Who was in Bugsy Malone and Taxi Driver as a child and went on to The Accused? Number 29. Which Robert starred with Dustin Hoffman in All the President's Men? Which Robert starred with Dustin Hoffman in All the President's Men? And number 30, which Michelle played Catwoman in Batman Returns? Which Michelle played Catwoman in Batman Returns? Now that's all the first 30 questions. I'll just give you a second to have a look and see which ones you need to catch up on, and I will read them all through again quickly before we do the answers. So if you've missed any, you've now got time to catch up on those missed questions. Okay, so our first round questions again, reading through just as a follow-up to see if there's any that you need to catch up on. Question 1. Who played the head of the Corleone family in The Godfather? Number 2. Which Welsh actor starred opposite Deborah Winger in Shadowlands? Number 3. Who played Han Solo in 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens? Number 4. Which Jack starred with Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment? Number 5. Which British actress has starred in Titanic, Enigma and Finding Neverland? Number 6. Which British Michael won an Oscar for Hannah and Her Sisters? Number 7. Which Jack's films vary from Some Like It Hot to The Odd Couple? Number 8. Which Mrs. Bruce Willis starred in Ghost? Number 9. Which Catherine was received a record 12 Oscar nominations? Which Catherine has received a record 12 Oscar nominations? Number 10. Who starred in and wrote the song Evergreen for A Star Is Born? Number 11. Which Warren starred in Dick Tracy and Bugsy Malone? Number 12. Which Paul was in The Sting and The Colour of Money? Number 13. Although born in the US, where was Mel Gibson brought up? Number 14. Who won Oscars for Philadelphia in 93 and Forrest Gump in 94? Number 15. Who was the female Kramer in Kramer vs. Kramer? Number 16. In which decade did Sylvester Stallone first play Rambo? Number 17. Which country was Sean Connery born in? Number 18. Which Al won an Oscar for his role in Scent of a Woman? Number 19. Who was in Rain Man and was one of 4 good men? Number 20. What colour is in the title of Whoopi Goldberg's first major film? 21. Which Nick starred in The Prince of Tides? Number 22. Which Julia won an Oscar for her portrayal of Erin Brockovich? Number 23. Who starred in Every Which Way But Loose and the Outlaw Josie Wells? Who starred in Every Which Way But Loose and the Outlaw Josie Wells? 24. Which superstar played the which superstar played the title role in Hook? Number 25. Who married her 7th husband in Michael Jackson's Garden? 26. Which Kevin played the president in JFK? 27. Mike Myers is the voice of which green ogre? Number 28. Who was in Bugsy Malone and Taxi Driver as a child and went on to The Accused? 29. Which Robert starred with Dustin Hoffman in All the President's Men? And 30. Which Michelle played Catwoman in Batman Returns? Right, are we ready for the answers? I think that's the one. Okay then. Number 1. Who played the head of the Corleone family in The Godfather? It's Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, number 1. Which Welsh actor starred opposite Deborah Winger in Shadowlands? It was Anthony Hopkins. Number 2, Anthony Hopkins. Number 3, who played Han Solo in 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens? It was Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, number 3. Number 4, which Jack starred with Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment? It was Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson, number 4. Number 5, which British actress has starred in Titanic, Enigma and Finding Neverland? It was Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet, number 5. Number 6, which British Michael won an Oscar for Hannah and Her Sisters? It was My Name is Michael Caine. It was Michael Caine. Number 7, which Jack's films vary from excuse me, got a frog. Some Like It Hot to The Odd Couple? It is Jack Lemmon. Jack Lemmon. Number 8, which Mrs. Bruce Willis starred in Ghost? It was Demi Moore. Demi Moore, number 8. Number 9, which Catherine has received a record 12 Oscar nominations? Katharine Hepburn. There we go, a bit close to home that one. Number 10, who starred in and wrote the song Evergreen for A Star Is Born? It was Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand, number 10. Which Warren starred in Dick Tracy and Bugsy Malone? It was Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty, number 11. Number 12, which Paul was in The Sting and The Colour of Money? It was Paul Newman. Paul Newman, number 12. Number 13, although born in the US, where was Mel Gibson brought up? He was brought up in Australia. Australia, number 13. Number 14, who won Oscars for Philadelphia in 93 and Forrest Gump in 94? It was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, number 14. Number 15, who was the female Kramer in Kramer versus Kramer? It was Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, number 15. Number 16, in which decade did Sylvester Stallone first play Rambo? It was the 80s. The 80s. Number 17, which country was Sean Connery born in? It was Scotland. Number 17, Scotland. Number 18, which Al won an Oscar for his role in Scent of a Woman? It was Al Pacino. Al Pacino, number 18. Number 19, who was in Rain Man and was one of 4 good men? It was Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Number 20, what colour is in the title of Whoopi Goldberg's first major film? It was purple. Purple. Number 21, which Nick starred in The Prince of Tides? It was Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte. Number 22, which Julia won an Oscar for her portrayal of Erin Brockovich? It was Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts. Number 23, who starred in Every Which Way But Loose and The Outlaw Josie Wells? It was Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. Number 24, which superstar played the title role in Hook? It was Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman, 24. Number 25, who married her 7th husband in Michael Jackson's Garden? That was Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, number 25. Number 26, which Kevin played the president in JFK? It was Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner. Number 27. Which Mike Myers is the voice of... No, sorry. Mike Myers is the voice of which green ogre? Well, it's got to be Shrek, hasn't it? Yes, it's Shrek. Shrek. Number 27. Number 28. Who was in Bugsy Malone and Taxi Driver as a child and went on to The Accused? That was Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster. And number 29. Which Robert starred with Dustin Hoffman in All the President's Men? That was Robert Redford. And number 30. Which Michelle played Catwoman in Batman Returns? It was Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer. Have a tot up of those and see how you've done. I'm going to take my top off because I'm getting a bit warm. Oh, there's not another error in the book, is it? Oh, JFK. If somebody can find a more reliable book for me that doesn't have errors, that would be helpful. How have we done anyway? Meredith's got 30. Goodness. Michael's 19. Jenny's 22. Doug 26. Sheila 25. Well, you're all doing very well on this tonight, aren't you? 24 Angela. 24 Gina. Alright, 23 with a bit of help for the other Angela. The Rivers 27. 28. Gillian. God, look at that. Angela 27. Denise 15. Les 13. Oh, Denise, I thought you'd do better with that. You're into movies. Malcolm 24. Sue 15. Rachel 29. Lisa 22. Michael 19. Well, some people did really, really well there. Meredy has 0. The Welsh got 30. Does that mean all your answers are your help, Meredy? Not you. Richard 29. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go on to round 2. And round 2 is going to be our different round, kindly supplied by Meredy tonight. So she's bound to get 30 on this round because she's probably kept a copy of it. And it's different. It's a round of collective nouns. A round of collective nouns. So, to give you an example, a something of dolphins. And I don't think that's one of the answers because I think that was an example I came up with. Just checking it is an answer. No. So, it would be a something of dolphins and the answer would be a school of dolphins. Okay, so you need to put the missing collective noun in for each of these 30 groups of something. Okay, so, oh, there's an example at the top. I went and looked up an example. I see there is an example at the top, as in a something of cattle, a herd of cattle. I didn't notice there was it's in tiny text at the top there, and I didn't notice that. So, 2 examples then. A school of dolphins, a herd of cattle. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the collective noun. So, are you ready for this? Let's see how you are with your collective nouns this evening. A something of crows. A something of crows. Number 2. A something of owls, as in to-wit to-woo. A something of owls. Number 3. A something of lions. Number 3. A something of lions. I'll go through these all again in a minute, so don't panic. I will go through back over them. Number 4. A something of thieves. A something of thieves. Number 5. An something of peacocks. An something of peacocks. Number 6. An something of tigers. An something of tigers. Number 7. A something of lorries. A something of lorries. Number 8. A something of dragons. A something of dragons. You don't see too many dragons together, do you, in groups? Not often, anyway. Number 9. An something of ants. An something of ants. Number 10. An something of guns. An something of guns. Now, I wonder how you're doing with these. These are a bit different, aren't they? A bit different tonight. Our second round. Thank you for Meredy and her friend, I think, who put this together. If you'd like to put a round together of 30 questions or 30 pictures or 30 something, then please let me know. We'd be more than happy to do something a little bit different on another week. Number 11. A something of monitors. A something of monitors. Number 12. A something of ladybirds. A something of ladybirds. Number 13. A something of clams. A something of clams. Number 14. A something of asteroids. A something of asteroids. Number 15. A something of judges. A something of judges. Number 16. A something of beauties. Number 16. A something of beauties. Number 17. A something of arrows. A something of arrows. Number 18. An something of foxes. An something of foxes. I wonder who comes up with all these collective names and how they come up with them. Because some of them are a little strange, aren't they? Number 19. A something of hummingbirds. A something of hummingbirds. That was number 19. Number 20. A something of wagers. A something of wagers. Number 21. A something of ferrets. A something of ferrets. Number 22. A something of geese. A something of geese. Number 23. A something of monkeys. A something of monkeys. Number 24. A something of bananas. A something of bananas. Number 25. A something of meerkats. A something of meerkats. Number 26. A something of bells. A something of bells. Number 27. A something of gypsies. Number 28. A something of rattlesnakes. A something of rattlesnakes. Number 29. A something of rumours. A something of rumours. And the final one, number 30, a something of rhinoceroses. I can't say that. A something of rhinoceros. You know, the things with the funny horn on their nose. And they're big and dumpy and they charge you. Rhinoceroses. Those things. Rhinos. A something of rhinos, but using the proper name. Okay, so that's more before we give you the answers. So off we go. Number 1, a something of crows. Number 2, a something of owls. Number 3, a something of lions. Number 4, a something of thieves. Number 5, an something of peacocks. Number 6, an something of tigers. Number 7, a something of lorries. Number 8, a something of dragons. Number 9, an something of ants. Number 10, an something of guns. Number 11, a something of monitors. Number 12, a something of ladybirds. Number 13, a something of clams. Number 14, a something of asteroids. Number 15, a something of judges. Number 16, a something of beauties. Number 17, a something of arrows. Number 18, an something of foxes. Number 19, a something of hummingbirds. Number 20, a something of wagers. Number 21, a something of ferrets. Number 22, a something of geese. Number 23, a something of monkeys. Number 24, a something of bananas. Number 25, a something of meerkats. Number 26, a something of bells. 27, a something of gypsies. 28, a something of rattlesnakes. 29, a something of rumours. And number 30, a something of rhinos or rhinoceroses. Okay, so let's go through the answers to these and see who is the expert on collective nouns. So, number 1 is a murder of crows. Murder, number 1. Number 2, a parliament of owls. A parliament of owls. Number 3, a pride of lions. A pride of lions. Number 4, a den of thieves. A den of thieves. Number 5, an ostentation of peacocks. There you go, that's a difficult one. An ostentation of peacocks. Hang on, let me just get my piece of paper underneath, otherwise I'm going to lose my place. Number 6, an ambush of tigers. An ambush of tigers. Number 7, a fleet of lorries. A fleet of lorries. Number 8, a flight of dragons. A flight of dragons. If anybody sees a flight of dragons, can you let me know? Because I've never seen one of those. A flight of dragons. Number 9. An army of ants. An army of ants. Number 10. An arsenal of guns. An arsenal of guns. Number 11. A bank of monitors. A bank of monitors. As in computer monitors or that sort of monitors, I guess. Number 12. A loveliness of ladybirds. A loveliness of ladybirds. Not heard of that one either. A loveliness of ladybirds. Number 13. A bed of clams. A bed of clams. Number 14. A belt of asteroids. A belt of asteroids. Number 15. A bench of judges or a sentence of judges. There's two options there, bench or sentence. So a bench of judges or a sentence of judges. Number 16. A bevy of beauties. A bevy of beauties. Number 17. A quiver of arrows. A quiver of arrows. Number 18. An earth of foxes. An earth of foxes. Number 19. A charm of hummingbirds. A charm of hummingbirds. Number 20. A book of wagers. A book of wagers. Number 21. A business of ferrets. A business of ferrets. Number 22. A gaggle of geese. A gaggle of geese. Number 23. A cartload of monkeys. A cartload of monkeys. Number 24. A hand of bananas. A hand of bananas. Number 25. A mob of meerkats. A mob of meerkats. Number 26. A peal of bells. A peal of bells. Number 27. A caravan of gypsies. A caravan of gypsies. Number 28. A rumba of rattlesnakes. A rumba, as in the dance, rumba dance. A rumba of rattlesnakes. Number 29. A nest of rumours. A nest of rumours. And finally, 30. A crash of rhinoceroses. A crash of rhinoceroses or rhinos. Goodness gracious, I wonder how you did with those. Let me think. I might have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably would have got 9 or 10 of those, I reckon. Going down through those, I think I would have got 9 or 10. Oh dear, we are struggling a bit with those, aren't we? Not very many high scores on that one. Well, I think that's one that sorted out the quizzes from the not quizzes, isn't it? Goodness me. Well done, Meredy and Lynn, I think it was, who helped with that. That was a very tough round. A troop of monkeys. Yeah, I did notice when I checked on some of these earlier that when I was looking at dolphins as an example, that there were actually about 3 or 4 options for dolphins. So I guess there might be other options for some of the others as well. So yeah, there might be some other correct answers as well. But it's all for fun. It's a different round, a little bit different from the routine. I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat tonight. I might need to shout downstairs for a cough sweet. Denise, if you can hear me, can you bring me up a cough sweet? Because I've got a tickle in my throat and I might not last 8. Okay, our final round is going to be pot luck. If I if I last for the pot luck, because my throat is going. I'm hoping that somebody has heard downstairs that I could do with a cough sweet. I think we've got some in the cupboard. And maybe they'll get me one and bring one up for me. Oh dear. Sounds like somebody's on the way up the stairs. Possibly. Or maybe not. There's some rustling downstairs. I'll start with the questions. It's recovered a little bit. You know when you get that frog at the back of your throat and you get very, very dry and you think, oh, I'm not going to get very far here. Well, that's what's happening at the moment. But we'll start on our final round, which is our pot luck. Oh yeah, I've got a message. Cough sweet delivery en route. There we go. Excellent. What service? There is a delay with the broadcast, about 20 seconds. So when I say I need a cough sweet, it doesn't arrive. Thank you, Denise. It doesn't arrive, the message downstairs, until about 20-25 seconds after I set it up here. I think it goes via sort of the United States of America and up in the sky in a satellite, and then back down again, then back to the United States of America, and then back over here again before it gets downstairs to the front room. But the old Jakeman's suite will do just as well, and that will sort me out now, so I should be absolutely fine. Okay, so our final round is pot luck. Pot luck. 30 questions on pot luck. Starting with, which gas shares its name with Superman's home planet? Which gas shares its name with Superman's home planet? Number 2. In politics, to whom does the expression Father of the House refer? In politics, to whom does the expression Father of the House refer? Number 3. On which island is Wall Street? On which island is Wall Street? Now I'm hoping these are a bit better for you. Certainly those 3 questions I know the answers to, so that's a good start for me. So hopefully it is for you as well. Number 4. Who made the first full state visit to the UK by a US president? Who made the first full state visit to the UK by a US president? And yes, Gillian, I like Jakeman's. They're really good. They're cheap, but they are a really effective cough sweet, aren't they? They really help a sore throat. They stop you coughing. I know my job is I do a lot of training and standing in front of people talking a lot, and my throat goes. But Jakeman's are always really, really good if you've got those. They're really, really helpful. So number 4, who made the first full state visit to the UK by a US president? Number 5, what is the study of fluids moving in pipes? What is the study of fluids moving in pipes? Number 6, what type of person studies the relationship between living organisms and their environment. What type of person studies the relationship between living organisms and their environment? Number 7. Here we go. This one, hopefully you'll get this one, because this one's, you know, is fairly local to us. This one, fairly local. Somebody who lives fairly locally. Who wrote the River Cottage cookery books? Who wrote the River Cottage cookery books? Number 8. Which English town is an anagram of ancestral? Which English town is an anagram of ancestral? Spelt ANCESTRAL. So you've got all the right letters for your anagram. Number 9. Where in Baker Street did Sherlock Holmes live? Now I know there's somebody downstairs who will know the answer to that and will know the number. And we have actually been there, although I don't think anything actually exists there now. If I remember, we walked up Baker Street to find out where the house was a long, long time ago. So, where in Baker Street did Sherlock Holmes live? I've got an idea it's a bank address now, if I remember, or something like that. I think there may be an address of a bank. Number 10. What does the word Bolshoi mean? What does the word Bolshoi mean? Number 11. In mythology, who was banished by his son Jupiter? In mythology, who was banished by his son Jupiter? Lots of breaks in transmission. There's no breaks in transmission this end as far as I can see. So it might be your end, Gillian. I got a little monitoring thing on the bottom of my screen that tells me if there's been a break. And at the moment it's saying 0%. So it's probably your end, I think, hopefully. I don't mean hopefully it's your end, but hopefully it's only affecting you, not widespread. That's what I meant. Number 12. Which London borough is the G in GMT? Which London borough is the G in GMT? Number 13. Where in London is the Royal Opera House? Where in London is the Royal Opera House? Number 14. What is Eric Clapton's middle name? I don't know the answer to that one. What is Eric Clapton's middle name? Number 14. I don't know this one either. Number 15. A question on dancing. How many dancers feature in a pas de deux? Although I can probably work that out, I think. How many dancers feature in a pas de deux? Number 16. Which William wrote a poem about daffodils? Which William wrote a poem about daffodils? Number 17. What was the name of the World War I ace nicknamed the Red Baron? What was the name of the World War I ace nicknamed the Red Baron? And I think his little plane is in the museum at Yeovilton, if I remember. I think his little plane, the Red Baron's plane, is in the Fleet Air Arm Museum at Yeovilton, I seem to recall. Number 18. Who produced the works of art My Bed and Everyone I Have Ever Slept With? Number 18. Who produced the work of art My Bed and everyone I have ever slept with. Number 19. Who invented frozen food? Who invented frozen food? Number 20. What unit is used to measure the gas we use in our homes? What unit is used to measure the gas we use in our homes? Number 21. What title did Harold Macmillan take? What title did Harold Macmillan take? Number 22. In Billy Elliot, what does Billy's father want him to train at instead of ballet? In Billy Elliot, what does Billy's father want him to train at instead of ballet? Number 23. Which Shakespeare play is in 3 parts? Number 23. Which Shakespeare play is in 3 parts? Number 24. I don't know this one either. What is a mordaunt? What is a mordaunt? I'm sure I've said that right. It's spelled M-O-R-D-A-N-T. M-O-R-D-A-N-T. What is a mordaunt? Now there's 1 or 2 on here this evening that if they get this wrong won't be allowed back in church again. So this is especially for Michael and Les and possibly a few others. Which ology is the art of ringing bells? Which ology is the art of ringing bells? Number 26. How was Achilles killed? How was Achilles killed? Number 27. Matt Holland and Herman Hyrdarson. I don't know how you say that. Hyrdarson. Herman Hyrdarson were together at Charlton and which other soccer club? Matt Holland and Herman, and I'll spell out the surname, H-R-E-I-D-A-R-S-S-O-N, were together at Charlton and which other soccer club? Number 28. Which precinct does Ed McBain write about? Which precinct does Ed McBain write about? Number 29. Who wrote the novel Dr. Zhivago? Who wrote the novel Dr. Zhivago? And finally, number 30, although I will whip through them a quick further time. Who was Prime Minister of Britain at the outbreak of World War II? Who was the Prime Minister of Britain at the outbreak of World War II? And the Jakemans is working wonders. That's the most important thing. So, are we ready for the quick whip through before we do the answers? Number 1. Which gas shares its name with Superman's home planet? Number 2. In politics, to whom does the expression Father of the House refer? Number 3. On which island is Wall Street? Number 4. Who made the first full state visit to the UK by a US president? Number 5. What is the study of fluids moving in pipes? Number 6. What type of person studies the relationship between living organisms and their environment? Number 7. Who wrote the River Cottage cookery books? Number 8. Which English town is an anagram of ancestral? Number 9. Where in Baker Street did Sherlock Holmes live? Number 10. What does the word Bolshoi mean? Number 11. In mythology, who was banished by his son Jupiter? Number 12. Which London borough is the G in GMT? Number 13. Where in London is the Royal Opera House? Number 14. What is Eric Clapton's middle name? Number 15. How many dancers feature in a pas de deux? Number 16. Which William wrote a poem about daffodils? Number 17. What was the name of the World War I ace nicknamed the Red Baron? And it's not Baron Klinkerhoffen or anything like that. Number 18. Who produced the works of art My Bed and Everyone I Ever Slept With? Number 19. Who invented frozen food? Number 20. What unit is used to measure the gas we use in our homes? Number 21. What title did Harold Macmillan take? Number 22. In Billy Elliot, what does Billy's father want him to train at instead of ballet? 23. What Shakespeare play is in 3 parts? Number 24. What is a mordaunt? A mordaunt. Number 25. Which ology is the art of ringing bells? Number 26. How was Achilles killed? 27. Matt Holland and Herman Hyadarson. That's it. Hyadarson. I reckon that's how you say it. Were together at Charlton and which other soccer club? Number 28. Which precinct does Ed McBain write about? 29. Who wrote the novel Dr. Zhivago? And 30. Who was Prime Minister of Britain at the outbreak of World War II? So that's all our questions for tonight. Let's give you the answers and see how you did. So which gas shares its name with Superman's home planet? It's Krypton. Krypton, number 1. In politics, to whom does the expression Father of the House refer? It's the longest serving MP. The longest serving MP. Number 3. On which island is Wall Street? It's on Manhattan. Manhattan or Manhattan Island. Number 4. Who made the first full state visit to the UK by a US president? It was George W. Bush. George W. Bush, number 4. Number 5. What is the study of fluids moving in pipes? It's hydraulics. Hydraulics, number 5. Number 6. What type of person studies the relationship between living organisms and their environment? It is an ecologist. Ecologist. Number 7. Who wrote the River Cottage cookery books? Hugh Fearnley Whittingstall. Hugh Fearnley Whittingstall. Number 8. Which English town is an anagram of ancestral? It's Lancaster. Lancaster, number 8. Number 9. Where in Baker Street did Sherlock Holmes live? It is 221B. And if I remember, it's something now to do with the TSB Bank, or it was something to do with TSB Bank, if I remember. Number 10. What does the word Bolshoi mean? It means big. Big. Bolshoi Ballet, big ballet. Number 11, in mythology, who was banished by his son Jupiter? It was Saturn. Saturn, number 11. Number 12, which London borough is the G in GMT? It's Greenwich. G for Greenwich. Number 13, where in London is the Royal Opera House? It's in Covent Garden. Covent Garden, number 13. Number 14, what is Eric Clapton's middle name? Oh, it's Abbey National, Denise is telling me, not TSB. I wasn't far off. I know it's now the headquarters of a bank. It's Abbey National at 221B Baker Street. Eric Clapton's middle name, number 14, is Patrick. Patrick. Eric Patrick Clapton. Number 15, how many dancers feature in a pas de deux? Well, the clue is in the deux at the end. It's two. Two people in a pas de deux. Number 16, which William wrote a poem about daffodils? It was William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth, whose brother is buried in our churchyard. And we have a memorial to William Wordsworth's brother in our church. Number 17, what was the name of the World War I ace nicknamed the Red Baron? It was Baron von Richthofen. Baron von Richthofen. Number 18, who produced the works of art My Bed and Everyone I Ever Slept With? Well, the My Bed was the clue. It was Tracy Emin. If you remember, she produced this work of art which was just like a bed that wasn't even made. It was sort of just a scruffy bed, an unmade bed. Number 19, who invented frozen food? It was Clarence Birdseye. Clarence Birdseye. And I reckon the first frozen food was peas, don't you? Birdseye frozen peas. Number 20, what unit is measured? Which unit is used to measure the gas we use in our homes? It is therms. Therms. Number 21, which title did Harold Macmillan take? It was Earl of Stockton. Earl of Stockton. Number 22, in Billy Elliot, what does Billy's father want him to train at instead of ballet? It's boxing. Boxing. Number 23, which Shakespeare play is in 3 parts? It is Henry VI. Henry VI. Number 24, what is a mordaunt? A mordaunt is a substance used to fix colours in dyeing. A substance used to fix colours in dyeing. Number 25, the bell ringer's question. Which ology is the art of ringing bells? It is camponology. Camponology. Number 26, how was Achilles killed? How was Achilles killed? Well, the clue is an Achilles heel, isn't it? So it was by an arrow in his heel. Achilles was killed by an arrow in his heel. Number 27, Matt Holland and Herman Hyadarson were together at Charlton and which other soccer club? It's Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town. Number 28, which precinct does Ed McBain write about? He writes about the 86th precinct. The 86th precinct. 29, who wrote Dr. Zhivago? It was Boris Pasternak. Boris Pasternak. And finally, who was the Prime Minister of Britain at the outbreak of World War II? It was Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain. So that is your last answers tonight in our 3rd round. Tot up and let us know how you've done on round 3 tonight. Certainly we had one toughie round there tonight, didn't we, with our collective names, which we didn't do too brilliantly with. That was a bit of a challenge for everybody tonight, I think. You thought it was the 87th precinct. Well, it says 86th. It says 86th on my answers. Honestly, look. There's the answer. 86th precinct. You can see, look. So, again, it could well be the book wrong. We'll see if we can... I can't remember what the question was now. What was the question? The question was 271. It was... Who was the author? It was Ed McBain. Let's see what it says on my phone. Ed McBain. Who was the author? It was Ed McBain. It was the 87th precinct. So the book's wrong again. I've just looked it up. Goodness. I think we'll send this book back. It's got so many mistakes in it, hasn't it? Maybe I'll see if I can buy a new book by next week. Mind you, I might end up with a book that's got even more wrong answers in than the one I've got. There ought to be a way when these people do these books that if you find the answers are wrong, there should be some contact details to write back to them, shouldn't it? Number 20 could also be cubic meter, and Pasternak means parsnip. Is that right? Well, I'm blowed. Yeah, therms is probably the old-fashioned measurement, I think, for measuring gas, isn't it? And you're probably right, cubic meters is probably the modern one. Well, haven't we had some fun tonight? The book is wrong again in a few cases. But there we go. It's all for fun. At least we're not doing it for money, and we're not arguing because somebody's won the money and somebody's got one of the questions wrong and the quiz master doesn't know the answer. So we're not playing for money. We're not playing for chocolate. Those two important things that people get really excited about if they think they've lost a point that they should have had. It's all for fun. That's what it's all about. Very informative, except the ones that we get wrong, Jenny. BTU, yeah, British Thermal Units, yeah, absolutely. That's another one. Yeah. Maybe we should all write a quiz book between us and then publish it. And maybe we'll get all the answers right. Anyway, thank you for joining us yet again for another quiz night. We'll do it all again next week if you like. I mean, do tell me if you get fed up with this and you want to stop. You know, I'm a bit like a sort of, I'll just carry on as long as you want me to. So I've got nothing better to do. There's nothing much on the TV. And there's not a lot else to do on a Saturday night. So do tell me when you've had enough. But if you want me to carry on, we'll carry on. And seriously, if anybody does want to do a round, any of the picture rounds are really good. Those have gone down quite well. I've enjoyed those as well. It does mean that I can sit back and join in with those if we get a picture round that somebody else has done. So thank you to, I think, Jeff and Michael have done picture rounds for us over the weeks. And thank you the others that have done a round. And I will look at Michael Gill's round that he sent me. I remember that was several weeks ago. We'll have a look at that. And if you did send me one in the last week, I think I might have been imagining that. I think I'm getting confused with the one that I used last week and the one from Meredy. But if anybody else has got a round they want to do, as long as it's not on football or cricket, then that'll be absolutely fine. If you want to do a picture round, a music round, we have to be a bit careful with music with copyright. So we just need to be a little bit careful with that. But if you want to have a go at doing a round, you know, please do. So I'm going to say good night to you all. Don't forget, if you're joining us for the church service on the live stream tomorrow, that remains at 9:30, and there is actually a communion service in church at 11 o'clock. We're going to continue that with throughout August, I believe, and then we're hoping sometime in September to consolidate and return to a proper service which we will continue to live stream, because a lot of people have asked us about live streaming. So our main Sunday service, the plan is we will continue to live stream it even when we're fully back into church. And we are looking currently at proper live streaming solutions. I've got all the kit, but as I was saying to Brother Ali today, it takes an hour and a half to set up the kit each time. So I don't really want to be coming to church every Sunday with an hour and a half setup before the service. So we are looking at some permanent equipment that can be affixed in the church to enable us to live stream our main service each week, but also to live stream things like weddings and funerals, because often when people get married, or sadly when people die, you know, they have relatives these days all over the world, and it isn't always possible for relatives to come and join a wedding service or a funeral service. So if we can live stream our services, like people like the Creme do, then it means that people can join those key services from wherever they are in the world and be with those families. So I think it's a good service that we can offer. So that's the long-term plan, and we'll obviously let you know times as we get closer to that. But other than that, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to go and have my supper, and then I'm going to walk the dog, and then I'm going to get ready for the Sunday morning live stream. I've still got some work to do on that to get everything set up and ready for that, to join with the ministry team at 9 o'clock when we'll get together in the morning to check everything is working. So do join us tomorrow if you want to. If not, I look forward to seeing you again next week at 6 o'clock for the news programme and 7:30 for the quiz. Good night to you all. Have a good week and see you all soon.